Welcome back to Chef's Treat. I'm your host, Paxton, and today we're going to be doing some stuffed chicken breasts. We're going to be stuffing it with bacon, onions, peppers, and then we're going to take that stuffed breast and put it on top of rice. Come along with me. We're going to get started cooking this stuffed chicken breast. First thing you got to do is find yourself a nice thick chicken breast. Plop that down, and then you got to start to butterfly it. Make sure you're cutting away from yourself as much as possible. So you just got to slide this along, let the blade do the work. Once that butterfly is open, then you start putting in your seasoning. So for me, I'm going to be using some salt. I like heavy salt. It's just one of my things. Some people call this butterflying it open as well. It's up to you. That's what you get to decide what you want to call it. This is what I'm going to do it. So we got some salt. I personally like turmeric, so we're going to get a touch of turmeric in here. Just make sure we get that powdered in and on both sides. Plus it gives some awesome color. Of course, then you have to have the staple. You gotta use your garlic. Garlic is such a wonderful seasoning. If there's somebody who doesn't like garlic, leave a comment down below and tell me what you use instead for your staple. And lastly, of course, black pepper. One of the best sounds is when you know that's happening. People who like it out of the jar, what happens? Like, are you guys just lazy like me, or do you prefer it just pre-ground? To me, it's just not as potent. So just let me know. And the reason I'm doing this first is so that all the flavors have time to soak in. We're not actually gonna cook this first. The bacon will be cooked first, but I'm just trying to do the prep work. As you can see, I've already done some chopped up red bell peppers. You want these diced. You gotta make sure they're diced. And then I have some onions. You can dice these as well. I left them as halves or quarters if you want. You can also dice them, but this is just the way I did because I figured it'd be a good way to be able to shove them in the chicken breast. Now, the first thing you are gonna cook is bacon, actually. I do love being able to do the simpleness of taking the bacon and throw it in the air fryer, but today we actually need the grease. So that's why I'm gonna be cooking in a pan. Plus, you can just get it to caramel and render down exactly how you like it. So that's what we're doing. So take your bacon out, toss the entire pack into the pan. Once your pack's in the pan, turn it on high and put that lid on. You want as much grease as you can possibly get. This would normally take about 10 minutes. Make sure you keep that lid on. Once your bacon starts to look a little bit like this, start peeling off the strips. Remember, you want to keep as much of that grease in there as possible. The shorter amount of time you can have the top open, the better. Once your bacon's brown like this, it's about time to get it off. Let's get the little chef's treat going on here. Delicious. And let's get these babies caramelized. This should take maybe 3 to 4 minutes. This would be a great time to get that rice started for the meal. You could pull these off if you want. We are going to be cooking them in the chicken breasts in a little bit, so having them a little undercooked or a little underdone might be good so that you don't overcook them. Let's see how we did with these peppers. Chef's treat. Perfect, they have a slight little crunch left, but as soon as we get them in the chicken breasts, it'll be perfect. Let's get that chicken breast going. So now that our chicken breast is ready, take some peppers and onions, slide those on there. Then take a few strips of bacon, crunch those up, slide those on there. Then take that and fold it over. You might have to get a little creative, you know, if some of you work at Chipotle or something like that. This is really gonna test your wrapping skills. Once it looks like this, let's get it back in the frying pan. Grab your chicken breast and gently put it into the pan. As you can see, it's starting to open up, so you gotta catch that. You can use the tongs if you want, or get a second spatula, which is what I'm gonna do here. Use the tongs to pinch it closed and flip it over. Just look at how that looks. Incredible on the frying. Temp it at 165. Yep, we're right there. Perfect. Time to get myself a nice serving of rice. Take the rest of your peppers, slide those on for some coloring. And then, of course, the star of the show. Slide that on there. And any of the other toppings that fell out. Little cherry on top. And that, my friends, is how you make stuffed chicken breasts with peppers and bacon. Thank you, Lord Jesus Christ, for the food. Let's see how we did. delicious. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know what you guys want me to cook next.